All right, welcome everyone, and good afternoon. Thanks for joining me once again. I actually just wrapped up a separate live stream a short time ago, but yes, I am back as we just got some pretty important announcement announced out of Social Security a short time ago, and this is some pretty important stuff, and I want to break down all the details for you right here in this video, let you know what this announcement is, what it means for you as a current beneficiary or a potential future beneficiary of Social Security, and how this announcement that we just got a short time ago is very highly anticipated. Now, this just hit the wire literally like an hour ago. Like as I was wrapping up that last live stream just a short time ago, it was actually announced like right then and there as I was wrapping that up. I didn't know at the time. And when I got off the live stream, I thought, oh wow, here we go, some other big information. So I spent the last hour or so digging into it, doing a bunch of research on it, and I have all the information for you here, which I do want to share with you. Now, this is a report that we get out once per year out of Social Security. In fact, we thought we were going to get it out about a month ago, but they just released it today, just like literally like an hour ago. Okay, so anyway, I want to break down all the details for you. So if you're joining me live right now, well, first off, thank you. Really do appreciate it. By the way, if you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Totally free to do so. There's a subscribe button down below somewhere. But I'm going to buzz through the details of this report here, tell you everything you need to know about it as of now. If you have any questions and you're joining me live, stick that down below in the chat box. I will spend some time in the chat section a little bit later in a little while here. We can spend a little bit of time there. Otherwise, if you want me to come back in a future video, I can always jump on a live stream or a video and clarify, do whatever I can for you to help you out with what is going on here and what this report means. I can tell you this much. It's good. This is good, like unexpectedly good, okay? Was not expecting this, and I think a lot of people that are reading through this report right now, as it was just announced from Social Security, I think are probably feeling the same way, like, whoa, didn't see that one coming. This is a good thing, okay? All right, so with that being said, let me tell you what's going on here, okay? So every year we get, right around this time of year, it's a little bit different every year, but right around this time of year, we get the annual Social Security Board of Trustees report. It's a report that we get out of the Social Security Board of Trustees. They go through the Social Security program and they look at the finances, the health of the finances, the health of the trust fund, and they look at it to see, okay, how much runway do we have left on this program? And all the details like that. In other words, how much money do we have to go here with all the beneficiaries, with all the money coming in through interest on the trust fund, through payroll taxes, on taxation of benefits, all the things like this. How much longer can we pay out benefits? Now, here's the thing. Whether you've been watching the videos here on the channel for a while now, or you've watched other videos, or you've been reading in the newspaper or anything like this, you know that Social Security has some financial issues right now. In fact, this whole insolvency thing, right? You've heard me talk about it. You've heard other people talk about it. I'm sure you've heard about it somewhere. Social Security's going broke. They're running out of money, right? We hear this stuff all the time, okay? But it is a real thing. Okay, it's not like some mystery. It's not some fairy tale. It's a real thing. Social Security is running out of money. However, the picture and the future of Social Security just got a lot better based on this new report out of the Social Security Board of Trustees, okay? All right, so leading into this report, they were originally saying, with the report from last year, so like a year ago when we got the last report out, they said that they were going to be insolvent, as in if they combined the two trust funds, the Disability Trust Fund and the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund, if they combined them, that means that they'd have enough money to pay out benefits until about 2034, then the program would be insolvent. In other words, trust fund would be completely empty, okay? And benefits at that time were going to be cut by about 23%, according to that report a year ago. That's scary, right? You've heard me talk about that before. However, that was leading up into this report. Now we got the new report out. Let me tell you the details about it because it's actually gotten a lot better. Like 1 year's time has made a massive difference to these benefits and the trust funds and all the details like this, okay? So now with this new Social Security Board of Trustees report, here's what they found. They actually pushed out insolvency by 1 year. That's not necessarily the best news about this though, okay? We got 1 year extra. It's like, okay, fine. That's not like the very exciting point about this. I'll get you into the more exciting point here in just a second. But yes, insolvency now has gone from 2034 to 2035. So we got an extra year out of this thing, okay? And remember, every year between now and then, this report and all of these details about the finances of Social Security is going to change every year. So this is, it's going to be ebbing and flowing. It's going to get a little better. It's going to get a little worse. It's going to get real good. It's going to get real bad. It's going to change every single year. But this year, it happened to be a lot better, okay? So anyway, we got one more year of basically solvency out of Social Security. it bumped it out from 2034 to 2035. Okay, that's not the best of the news yet. However, remember the report from last year, and again, I just talked about this a second ago. They were projecting a reduction of benefits by 23% in the event of insolvency in about, well, 9 or 10 years or so, right? Now, technically, it's 11 years from now, but they were projecting a cut of 23%. In other words, you were getting 100% of your benefit. If they were to cut benefits because of insolvency, benefits would have gone down and payable at 77%, a 23% cut to benefits. So that's scary, right? So anyway, here's what they found now with this new report. Benefits as of now would only be cut by 17%. Again, I know it's still scary. It's still a massive cut to benefits, but that's a whole 6% better that we just gained in literally 1 year. It's not an increase to benefits, but rather it's a lack of cutting of benefits in the event insolvency does hit, okay? Now, there's a couple of good things and there's a couple bad things about this. Couple good things being, if we actually do hit insolvency in 11 years now, remember it was going to be 9 or 10 before, as of the last report, now we're out to 11 years. So we have 11 years of solvency to go here. If we happen to hit insolvency, now, according to this report right here, and again, it's a lot's going to change in the next 11 years, but we know that a couple things. First off, benefits would only be cut by 17%. Don't get me wrong. That's a big, big difference. In fact, before I get into it any further, let me give you some real dollar amounts, because when I give you percentages, it's like, okay, like, what does that even mean? I don't even know. Like, who cares, right? Well, it actually does matter. Let me give you some real dollar amounts, okay? Let's just say the Social Security insolvency was going to hit tomorrow, okay? Tomorrow. It's not going to. I'm just giving this as an example, okay? Just hear me out with the numbers here, okay? Let's just say that you're receiving a $1,000 monthly benefit right now. If insolvency hit tomorrow and they were going to cut benefits by 23%, because that's all they could pay out was 77% of benefits, that means your $1,000 benefit overnight went from $1,000 to $770. You see what I'm saying there? That's a massive cut. That's $230 gone. In that situation, okay? Now, with the new Social Security Board of Trustees report that we just got like an hour ago, hour and 15 minutes ago, whatever it happened to be, now they're saying a cut of 17%. Okay, so let's use the same example. If we had insolvency coming tomorrow, again, it's not, but let's just say in theory that it did. You're receiving a $1,000 monthly benefit. If benefits were cut by 17%, according to this report right here, your benefit would be cut by $170 or go from $1,000 down to $830. Okay, you see the difference there? Again, it's still a cut. A cut is still a cut, but it's way less bad than it was based on the last report. Does that kind of make sense? It's still a cut. Don't get me wrong. It's still bad, but it's way better, okay? So anyway, that's pretty exciting. I mean, that's honestly really exciting. Did not foresee that coming. I don't think a lot of people really foresaw that coming. Now, they cited that a strong economy and massive job growth, okay? Yes, over the last, several years here, depending on what you look at, the economy has been relatively strong, and realistically, according to the job reports, we've been seeing massive job growth over the last several years here, right? Now, let me point out why that's a big deal, because what do people pay when they get a job? They pay taxes called federal taxes, state taxes, FICA taxes. What are all those things? Well, FICA is the big one, okay? That is Social Security and payroll taxes, okay? Half the money, well, 6.2% is paid by the employee, 6.2% is paid by the employer. A total of 12.4% of taxes are taken out of literally every single dollar that are made by somebody up to the cap of $168,600 right now of earnings in 2024, and they are paid to Social Security into the trust fund. So the more jobs that are created, the more jobs that are kept, and the higher incomes that people make, guess what? That's more money going into Social Security, okay? So yeah, by them saying here in this report that, hey, this is cited because of a strong economy and massive job growth and stuff like that, for sure, yeah. More people working means more tax collection. More tax collection means more money going into the Social Security Trust Fund. Make sense? Yeah, so yeah, you get what I'm saying there, right? By the way, it's like playing poker. Have you ever played poker before? When you sit at the table, what do they have? It's called the rake. What is the rake? It's the house. They take a cut of every pot, right? So if all the players stood at the same table for an endless amount of time, guess what? All the money would be gone because the rake would get it eventually. See what I'm saying here? It's kind of the same thing here. Social Security is like the rake at the poker table where they're taking a little cut out of every single dollar that comes in. Every pot that's bet, there's a little rake coming in, take a little bit out, right? So anyway, I don't want to get caught up talking about poker and gambling and stuff like that. That's way too exciting for me. All right, anyway, sorry, I digress for a minute, but you kind of get the point here, right? All right, so anyway, that's super exciting. Now, they also found some other things. Now, the trust fund actually went down from, in that 1 year period of time, they found that the trust fund actually went down by $41 billion. That's scary, right? Whoa, the trust fund got depleted by 41 billion, okay? Nothing to fear though, because here's why. They also found in this report right here, they have $2.788 trillion in the trust fund, okay? They're loaded. In other words, they're rich, okay? That's a ton of money. That's like a little under $3 trillion. If you don't believe how much money that is, try writing 3 trillion. I guarantee you, you're going to miss a set of zeros, okay? You got to count. There's a lot of commas in there. 4 commas, okay? So just try to write that number. It's a huge number. It's a massive amount of money. But anyway, so the report came in and found that they currently have right now, according to this, combined with the 2 trust funds, the Disability Trust Fund and the Old Age and Survivors Trust Fund, between the 2 of them, they have $2.788 trillion sitting there. And that's going to keep them funded all the way out until 2035 at this time, okay? Now, I want to clarify something really quickly here, and then we can get into the chat box here, okay? And I can answer some questions, do whatever else I can. By the way, there's way more to this than what I'm just talking about here. I can come back in a separate video, a separate live stream, and talk about more of it if you want me to, but there's a lot more to it. I can tell you that much, okay? If I were to go through all the details right here in this video, we'd be sitting here for a very, very, very long time. I don't want to sit here for 3 hours. I'm just saying. I mean, I could. I don't think you want to, and I don't really want to either, okay? But anyway, so this is pretty exciting. This is pretty good stuff, and a lot of people did not anticipate all of this to come in, but yeah, this is pretty exciting, okay? So yeah, this is really pretty much what I wanted to share with you here in this video. And again, this is the annual Social Security Board of Trustees. A lot of things are going to change in the next 11 years, but at least we're moving the right way. Just think of it. The contrary could have been they could have come in and said, hey, the trust fund depleted by $100 billion, and we're going to be depleted here, and we're going to have Social Security insolvency in 2032. They could have said that. We could have shaved a year off, and we could have shaved $100 billion or something like that out of the trust fund. We didn't. That's a good thing, right? That just means we have a longer way to go. Now, I alluded to this earlier, but let me say it again. Well, I didn't actually go down this road, but let me just say it really quickly. Do you think this is going to incentivize lawmakers to work on a plan sooner or later now? Well, what we basically just did is we gave them a free pass to drag their feet and procrastinate even longer. I know, that's probably something you don't want to hear, but that's the truth, okay? Now that they've told us we have an extra year to go, well, okay, think of it this way. Think back to the good old days of school, okay? When we're sitting in school, you get an assignment. Did you run home and do the assignment right away? I hope you did. I didn't. I waited until the very last minute, and then even then, I didn't do it. I still didn't do it then, okay? But let's just say that the assignment is due on Wednesday. The teacher comes in on Wednesday and says, surprise, the assignment is actually going to be due tomorrow, okay? Do you think you're going to wait longer? Of course you are. Well, at least I did. Okay, I can't speak for you. I'm sure you were a much better student than I was. I was a terrible student. I would wait until the very last minute again, right? So the same situation here. Lawmakers now have a little bit more of an excuse to wait a little longer to reform Social Security because the urgency is not as great now that we have even more time. Does that kind of make sense? I'm not saying that they're not going to reform Social Security. It's good. They will at some point. They will do something. But it does kind of take a little bit of the pressure off because now we went from potential insolvency of 2033, possibly 2034, now to 2035. Make sense? Okay, so we're making time here, right? We're manufacturing time. Does that make sense? All right, so anyway, I hope this helps you. But again, I will come back in a future live stream as well, and I will talk about more of the details about this. But I would say these are kind of the most important details about this that I do want to share with you here in this live stream. But I can always come back and share more with you as far as like how much money they collected in all the different forms last year. That was pretty interesting as well. By the way, quick side note, they collected $51 billion in taxation on Social Security benefits last year. Okay, that's crazy. Okay. Now, if you don't know what I mean by that, I'm not talking about payroll taxes on Social Security. I'm talking about, hey, I'm a senior and I'm collecting Social Security and now I owe taxes on my benefit, okay? There's a ton of people that owe taxes on their benefit. In fact, about 50% of beneficiaries receiving Social Security retirement benefits owe taxes on their benefit, okay? I've talked about the taxation of benefits before in other videos. There's legislation out there now. In fact, I can think of 3 pieces of legislation that are out there right now to eliminate taxes on federal taxes on benefits. Has not been passed yet, but $51 billion is how much they got out of seniors last year just in taxation of benefits. That's nuts, okay? That money's supposed to be in the pockets of seniors. And a lot of people say this is double taxation. Well, technically it is, right? Because here's the thing. You paid in through Social Security payroll taxes when you earned the money to get the necessary credits to be eligible for Social Security. And now that you're receiving your retirement benefit, now you owe taxes again in some instances if your income is below or above a certain threshold. Make sense? All right, so anyway, I could sit here and go on and on about this. There's a lot of information here. By the way, it's not down there yet, but in the description of this video, when I wrap up this live stream here, I will stick the article, or what I should say, sorry, the link for the article in the description of this video here, of this live stream, so you can go right to the website of Social Security and you can read the actual press release if you want to. Okay, it's not required. You can if you want. It's not in there yet. When this live stream is up, I will go into the description and I will put the link in there from Social Security's press release, so you can read it for yourself if you want to. Okay, so anyway. I'll leave that. All right, so let's jump into the chat here. I'll spend a little bit of time in the chat box. If you have any questions, if you're joining me live right now, stick it down below if you want to. Otherwise, if you're not joining me live, if you're watching the replay on this thing, leave a comment down below and I'll do my best to answer those. Otherwise, I'm sure I will come back in a future live stream and we can talk about this in a whole lot more detail. It's actually pretty interesting. I find it to be interesting anyway. So let's talk about it. All right. So I'm going to jump into the chat here. I will do my best to get to all the comments. No promises. If I miss you, I'm not doing it on purpose. I just apologize. There's a lot of comments. There's usually hundreds of comments in the chat. I can read however many, I don't know, but I'll just do my best to answer as many as I can. And then we'll jump off of here and we'll call it a day. And then we'll do it again tomorrow and the next day and the next day after that, right? This first name. The first name here is stumping me already. Buena Price. I'm probably saying your name wrong. I apologize. Hey, I'm really sorry about that. I'm not sure how to say your first name there. Buena Price, I think. Hey, thank you. I appreciate it. Nice message. Thanks for being here. Oh, wow. Karen Hankins said there hasn't been a single day that I've missed your show in 3 years. Wow, Karen, that's awesome. Thank you. Really appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Yeah, wow. Anita Rutland, hello. I see you there. Thank you. Yeah, Doc Enick checking in again. Just saw you like an hour ago, Doc. Nice to have you here once again. Thank you. Denise M, hello, I see you. Yeah, the Imaginator. Yeah, the Imaginator. I hear what you're saying right there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. The Imaginator is saying, back when I started working 50 years ago, I didn't ask the government to take money from me, but they did anyway, and now I want it back. Yeah, for sure, right? That's exactly what you're trying to do with Social Security benefits. So, yeah. Yeah, Pamela Cunningham, I see you there. Thank you for watching. Brenda Perry, hello. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Veronica Savage. Yeah, the Farm Bill. You're talking about the Farm Bill? Yeah. I was going to talk about that earlier today as well. Didn't. Who knows? Maybe I'll talk about it later this week. I did see a little something about the Farm Bill. Let's not talk about that here in this video, but stay tuned. I can bring something to you a little bit later this week if you will like. But there is a little bit of talk about the Farm Bill right now. Yeah, believe it or not. Yeah, Ryan Wright says hello. Nice to hear from you. Hey, thanks, Ryan. I really appreciate it. Nice to have you here. Thank you. Yeah, the Tumblr Witch. Hello. Nice to have you here. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Sheila Jane. I see you there. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Barbara is asking, how did they get that extra money? Where'd they get the extra year from? Yeah, she's saying she doesn't trust them. Yeah, so they're claiming a strong economy and strong job growth. Basically, like I said earlier in this live stream, is that yeah, technically, if you look at it, the more jobs that are created, the more tax revenues that are collected because more people working means more money that is being made, earned, right? And the more money that is earned, the more tax revenues that come in and take a percentage of that. And that means more money flowing into the trust fund. And that just means more money that's able to be paid out to beneficiaries, less drawdown on the trust fund. And that's how they came up with that. Make sense? Yeah. Which, by the way, what is it? This year, 2024, all the way through 2027, 11,000 people are becoming eligible for Social Security every day. Every day. That's crazy, right? 11,000 people a day in this country. That just seems so weird to me. Like, where are 11,000 people coming from, right? How? I don't get it. That's nuts. That just seems like a huge number on a daily basis. Like if it was monthly, it'd be like, yeah, monthly I could see that, right? But daily, that's so weird to me. That's crazy for the next 3 years. John Beckham, call me a bad boy. I don't know what you mean by that, John, but thank you. Oh, maybe because I'm a bad student and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah, I was a bad kid. Denise M, thank you. I appreciate it. Oh, the things that I did back in the day, like when I was younger, like, I don't know, you'd never get away with that stuff now, right? It's just like, whoa, I can't even believe like some of the dumb stuff I did. Really bad. Like not super bad, just like dumb stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Tammy Coleman, thank you. I appreciate it. Very nice of you. Yeah. Denise M, thank you so much. She said daily advocate. So yeah, you've been around a long time. I appreciate it. Thanks, Denise. Denise M, or sorry, John Beckham, America First. Yeah, Kim Keeler, hello, nice to have you here. Thanks for watching. Yeah, the Tumblr Witch, Doc Enick, Veronica Savage. Yeah. Yeah, Diana. Yeah, Diana Hayden. Basically saying 1 minute's a cut to benefit, the next minute's a raise to benefits. Like what is it? Can't really believe anything. That's the thing. This is the annual report out of the Social Security Board of Trustees. And again, it's just kind of the annual kind of synopsis of the program, things like that. And yeah, I get what you're saying there, right? There's a lot of weird things that are happening. And don't get me wrong, there's politicians that are out there right now existing among us, right? They're out there. Some people want to raise benefits. Some people want to cut benefits. Some people want to do all kinds of different things to the program. But again, remember, do you think a little bit of that's maybe, I don't know, politically motivated? Like, gee, I don't know, let's just say a bunch of things that we know won't happen, but it'll make us look good. And then we can point the finger at everybody else and say they don't want to do it, right? I mean, we could all do that. We can always say that, right? If we know something doesn't have any chance of happening, but we jump on the fence and be like, whoa, I want this to happen. They're not letting it happen. And hooray for me. And I'm doing all this stuff and I'm trying to do all this and that and whatever. It sounds really good. Like, wow, he's really doing something, right? So again, kind of have to read between the lines a little bit. Yeah, Shirley Kirby, hello, nice to have you here. Nice to see you. Correct. Veronica Savage said, but wasn't unemployment just going up recently? Yeah, a couple days ago, on last Friday, we got the unemployment report. So yeah, 175,000 jobs were created. Unemployment went up to 3.9%. It increased by 0.1%. So yeah, technically unemployment did go up, but still 175,000 new jobs were created just last month alone. So yeah, technically unemployment is going up a little bit, but still, there's still massive job creation, right? The problem comes in is when we start to see the job numbers leveling out and going negative. That's a real thing as well as that we have seen is that when job growth goes negative, as in we lost 300,000 jobs this month, when we start seeing that, that's when it gets ugly fast. Yeah, Doc Enick, thank you. He's enjoying the stream. Thank you. Yeah, the Tumblr Witch, you're welcome. Thanks for being here. Yeah, Angela Finch, hello. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for reaching out and watching. Yeah, Linda Provencher. Thank you, Linda. Yeah, Shirley Kirby. Thank you. Nice. That's great. Imaginator, already qualified to get your first Social Security payment. That's awesome. Very exciting, right? Yeah. Nice. Yeah, John Beckham is suggesting the general consensus here is an extra $200 a month for Social Security beneficiaries. Hey, good thought. I mean, here's the thing as well. They have all this extra money. They pushed out insolvency. What about offering an extra 200 a month for some beneficiaries, right? And does every beneficiary need an extra 200 a month? The answer is no, not even close, right? So for them to come out, even some politicians coming out suggesting that that Social Security beneficiaries need an extra 200 a month, my answer to that is yes, but no at the same time. Here's why. Let me explain really quickly. Do all Social Security beneficiaries need an extra 200? Okay, well, I'm going to let you decide, okay? How about the guy who gets, I don't know, $3,700 a month? Does he need an extra $200 a month? I'm going to let you decide on that one. My opinion? No, doesn't need it. How about the guy that gets, I don't know, $2,800 a month from Social Security? Does he need an extra 200? I'd say maybe, but probably not. Okay, that's just my opinion. How about the person that gets, I don't know, $900 a month from Social Security? Do they need 200? Yes, absolutely they do. How about the person that gets, I don't know, $1,000 a month from Social Security? Do they need an extra 200? Yep, they sure do. How about the person that gets 500 a month from Social Security? Do they need 200? Yes, they absolutely do, right? So that's my point is, does everybody need a $200 raise? No. But do some beneficiaries need a $200 raise? Yes, 100%, right? So that's kind of where I stand on that, okay? I'm kind of very choosy about that. I would say, on one hand, cherry pick the beneficiaries that need the 200, draw a line in the sand, whatever that happens to be. I don't know. I don't know where the cutoff is. 2,500, 2,700, 2,800, 2,000. I don't know where that magical number is. Obviously, it would take some statistical work. It would take some mathematics, things like that. But there would be a line in the sand somewhere to determine, okay, beneficiaries below X dollars, whatever that happens to be, whatever X is, and everybody below that gets 200. Everybody above it, sorry, you just get your regular benefit. Be glad you get something, right? So okay, that's just kind of where I stand. Okay, that's my opinion on it. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just simply saying that's what I think. Because the person getting $3,000, $3,500, $3,800, $4,000, $4,500 a month, they do not need an extra $200 a month. I'm just saying, they just don't, okay? They'd use it. They'd probably be glad to take it, but they don't need it. There's a huge difference between need and want, okay? Here's the thing. I want a private jet. Do I need a private jet? No. Do I want it? Yeah, I sure do, right? That'd be awesome. I'd love it. I'd be somewhere right now. I'd be not right here. I guarantee you that. I'd be flying around somewhere, right? But do I need it? No. I want it for sure, 100%, right? So that's my point is there's a huge big difference between need and want, right? I think we all agree with that. So that's my point is they would probably take it because they want it, but they don't need it. Big difference. By the way, a private jet would be sweet. They're very expensive, by the way, too. So it's not like you got to buy the thing. You got to buy the thing. You got to store the thing. You got to maintain the thing. You got to pay gas for the thing. Probably insurance, I'm guessing. Insurance somewhere. Yeah, you got to find somebody to fly the thing, too, right? I forgot about that. Yeah. Be very expensive. But it'd be fun. Right. All right. So here's the deal. I'm going to spend a few more minutes here in the chat box and go through the details, and then I'm going to jump off of here. We don't want to spend too much time on this, but I kind of went through all the details that I want to share with you so far. I will certainly come back in a separate video and talk more about this. There's a ton in this report here, but these are kind of the most important talking points that I wanted to talk through. Huh. Doc Ennick said, sound like somebody's phone was just ringing. I wonder I don't know. I didn't hear anything. Maybe there was something. I don't know. Denise M. Awesome. Yeah. Saul is saying, how do you know that I don't need it? I don't know. Again, everybody's situation is different. Maybe somebody getting a $3,000 Social Security benefit is really struggling. That's a real thing. There are real people out there. I'm just simply saying. Generally, somebody that's getting a higher benefit in the thousands of dollars per month, they probably have other sources of income. I'm just saying, okay? Because if somebody has several $1,000s of income from Social Security, it means that they probably made quite a bit of money during their years of paying into Social Security. They probably have an investment portfolio. They maybe have dividend income. Maybe they have a pension. Maybe they have annuities. They probably have maybe a house or something. Again, they probably have some source of income coming in. I don't know. I'm not saying for sure they do. I'm just simply saying they probably, statistically showing that higher income beneficiaries generally have other sources of income as well. Yeah, Michael, I hear you there. Totally fair. I agree. Yeah, somebody needs a golden retriever. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, the Imaginator's saying you'll get a little over $1,500 and you'll still have to work. Yeah, sad situation, right? Yeah, probably the last thing you want to do. But hopefully, if that's your case, though, maybe you can just work, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 hours a week. I don't know. But I'm just simply saying that, hopefully you're not out there grinding, working 40 hours a week. That would not be cool. Jessenia Martinez. Hey, I'm sorry. I'm probably saying your first name wrong. But yeah, Jessenia Martinez. Hello. Nice to have you here. Thank you. Mike Johnson, I see you there. Hey, Mike. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Yeah, Michael Arlich, I see you there. Thanks for watching. Yeah, Tammy Coleman. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Barbara is saying, I'd like to see those 175,000 jobs. Yeah, something isn't adding up. Yeah, exactly, right? You're not supposed to say that, though. We're not supposed to know that. William Backshaw is asking, when do you have time to get a tan already? I tan really easily and I get really dark too as well. So actually, when I do research, I sit out in the sun and yeah, I typically I'm like half asleep as I'm doing research. I don't know what it is. The sun like puts me to sleep in no time at all. It's just like crazy. I like turn into a zombie just like sitting in the sun. But yeah. Crystal. Crystal Dusenberry, maybe? I could be saying your name wrong. I apologize. But hey, Crystal, thank you. I appreciate it. And glad that you and the family find this to be helpful. Thank you. That's very kind of you. Yeah. Yeah, William Bagshaw. Thanks, appreciate it. All right, so I kind of went through most of the chat there. I didn't see a whole lot of questions. If you want me to come back and elaborate on any of this further, of course I can do that for you. But let's wrap it up for now. I don't want to get this too long here, but I can probably come back in another live stream here and talk about a bunch of other details as well as a bunch of videos. There's a ton in this report here, but these are the most important details. Again, probably in my opinion, there's more in there to share with you, but let's leave it at that for now. So again, thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate it. Again, if you have not done so, if you're new here, please subscribe down below. Totally free to do so. Otherwise, once this video goes up, stick a comment, anything like that down below in the comment section. Otherwise, I will put that link down below in the description. Give me, I don't know, half hour or something like that until the video actually goes up. I can't really do a whole lot with it until it's actually uploaded, maybe 30 minutes or so. But then down below in the description, I will have the link to the press release out of Social Security. You can read it there you want. And yeah, all right, so let's leave it at that. All right, so thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate this. And have a nice evening. I'll catch you again tomorrow. All right, so I unplugged the microphone. It's going to start talking here in just a second. So if you're still here, you might want to click off. But here we go. All right, hit that button. Are you sure you want to stop? Cancel. Yes. All right. Enjoy your day. Have a nice evening, and I'll catch you again tomorrow morning. All right. See ya.